probably the most high percentage escape from here is Carl had them out and putting me back in the guard. And again, it's dangerous for me to jump over to the other side because his knees are pointing up, and as I jump over, he snags me in half guard, and I don't want to end up in that battle. So, knowing that, when I'm here, the second he turns on the side, I can block that with my knee or my hip. But now that he's on the side, it's harder for him to actually snag my leg as I jump over. So basically, I'm just hopping over. Straight into scarf over again. So I'm using, on the first variation, it was baiting him into going for that underhook escape. On the second variation, which would be the other main escape, he's going to try to put me in the guard. So both times he's on the side, so both times there's an option for me to get the scarf hold. So again, same stuff. So I'm putting pressure and weight on him. And again, Carl possibly makes that range. We'll be looking at the escape later. So again, I don't want to be driving in, I drive forward. But as I go for that Americana, okay, and I'm pushing this down, sometimes people immediately strain their arm to defense. There's two variations of this. We're going to look at the thumb up one tonight. So if I keep a C-clamp on his wrist, Carl can easily turn his thumb down, because if, just relax 1 second, because he knows if I'm going for this arm bar, I need his elbow facing towards the mat, okay? But if he turns his arm down, there's no arm bar. So from this position, instead of having a C-clamp, I'm using a monkey grip. So my fingers are connecting to the back of Carl's hand, and I put mine, the fat part of my thumb, in front of Carl's thumb. So as he tries to turn, it's a little bit more difficult. Okay, and again, in the process of him trying to defend that, he can bring it back, and then possibly I'm back into the Americana again. So, you know, be aware that if he goes from a straight orientation back to the bent arm, he just go back to the last move. So from there, anytime I go for this and he straightens his arm, I want to keep his thumb up. From this position, I'm bringing my leg over the top. Okay, everyone has different flexibilities here, so just be careful with this. But the detail is I keep control of the wrist, because if I just lock this and I don't hold the wrist, Carl can turn his thumb down and you've lost it. So you need to keep the actual grip on the wrist. Okay, so from there I'm going to make the triangle. Okay, now I do two pressures this time. One, I widen my knees, which puts tension in the arm. Okay, then I engage the hip. Okay, very much like when we take the arm bar from here. If you don't put tension in the arm, look how far I have to go back to get the arm bar, and actually I have to lift my butt off the mat. But if I put tension in the arm by pinching with my knees, okay, when I hit the arm bar, my back doesn't even hit the mat, it's just here. So we want to put tension in the arm, so I want to make sure that when I go for the straight arm version, so I'm pushing this down, Carl immediately straightens, so again that's a thumbless grip, so I've kind of control of the rotation of his thumb. And then from that position I want to make sure I keep control, okay, of his wrist, because I don't want to get into this position and then I lose it. So I'm bringing my leg over, I make the triangle, but now I want to put tension in the arm, so I widen my knees, so I spread my knees apart, then it takes very little of a hip engagement to get it, okay? So, again. So both transitions were from when he was on the side, okay? So I have the cross-face underhook. If Carl turns into me and I'm late, I can't turn my hip, okay? I kind of block that profile if I'm coming on inside. But because he's on his side, it's easy for me to jump over. And then I'm in the scarf, okay? So again, that diaphragm choke, flat on his back, and all the concepts of keeping it. So I sit up, put my arse on his belly, and then I start to sag down, giving him that uncomfortableness of the diaphragm choke. He'll want to make frames. I'm resisting the urge to push in. I always go above, and then I split the arms and I start to work the Americana. Now he straightens it. So that grip, that C grip, switches to the thumbless grip, keeping his thumb here. Okay, so his thumb is pointing up, and then I'm bringing my leg over the top. But I keep the grip, if that makes sense. I actually keep that control of the wrist. So I make my triangle, I widen my knees to put tension in the arm, and then engagement. So from here, Carl turns into me, Diaphragm choke, pressure. He makes a frame. I go over, start to work the Americana, switching to the straight arm lock, keeping that a thumbless grip, coming over, make the connection, widen the knees to put tension in the arm, and then engage the hip. Tell you what, don't break your partner's arm, please.